What's good, guys? It's Amun Raw. I'm here with.
Too easy, man.
You already know what it is, and for this episode of Be Heard, Be Seen, we're gonna be diving into a young artist's life, man. So, um, what's going on, man? Tell us a little bit
It's
about
blessing.
yourself.
You know, I follow the Lord. You know, I rap for Christ. You know,
Man.
I'm with Victory Outreach Internationals.
Okay.
I go to Victory Outreach West Las Vegas. You know, there's 5 churches here in the city.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I
I'm just trying
respect
to lay
it,
down the foundation for this youth. You know, we call it the third wave.
man.
You know, it's a lot of young people. You know, because in the beginning, you know, 1967. To be exact, you know, the founders started Victory Outreach in East LA.
Man.
And then, you know, that was the first wave. Then they called, I believe the next one, the Joshua generation, forgive me
Okay.
if I'm saying it wrong, you know. And then the second generation came in, and now, you know, all the young people now, you know, they call Generation Z.
Man.
You know, we call ourselves the third wave, you know. It's
Wow.
the third and the final wave, you know. 3 is a significant number in the Bible,
Man.
you know, for a final or finish,
Man.
you know.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire.
I'm just trying to lay down the foundation, you know. You know, making serving Jesus cool again, you know.
On me. On me. And I can definitely respect that, man.
Yeah.
So what's some music you have out already, and like what's some of your old content, you know?
Man, I Will Prosper.
I Will Prosper.
I Will Prosper, one of my top personal favorite, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So,
Did that just come out, or is that
nah, that's 3 years ago.
3 years ago? Okay. I Will Prosper.
Yeah.
And what was that about?
Recent one, I Will Prosper, I went to Job Corps, you know, back in 2018.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just up there and I forgot what I was going through. You know, I was just telling myself, I will prosper, I will prosper. I had my headphones in and I downloaded the beat.
Man.
You know, it was a free nonprofit, you know what I'm saying? It just played through, and then I was just thinking that in my head, so I just started writing.
Man.
You know, I don't get my bar, I don't make bars myself, you know, I get it from God, you know.
On me. On me. That's fire though. What's another project?
I ain't got really no projects out. I just release singles, you know,
Okay.
for right now until, you know, the more beats I purchase, and I got about 5 beats purchased, but
Okay.
I want to wait till I have like a set 12, you know, for an EP,
Okay.
you know,
Okay.
until I release the actual project. But I just been coming out with singles, you know. I Need Healing, one of the,
Okay.
you know, top ones right now, you know, The Prodigal Son.
The Prodigal Son.
Mm-hmm.
Man. And what are some of these tracks about? Like go into, you know, the trials you had to go through that made these songs.
Prodigal Son, it'd be okay, the Bible tells a story. Well, Jesus, he told a parable about the prodigal son, and he asked his dad for, you know, all his riches and whatnot.
Yeah.
And basically he took all his riches and he went and squandered it here, like a city in Vegas. You
Yeah.
know, he went and squandered on women, drugs, this and that, and the third, whatever they did back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he came back to his dad, and he came and knocked on his dad's door. You know, I was talking about on prodigal son. You know, I'm coming back, I'm knocking at his door, and like. The Bible says when we were children, we did childish things. You know, we thought as a child.
Yeah.
But when we grew up, we put away childish things. But the Bible also says that in order to come to God, you have to come as a child. You have to come as a faith as a child, basically.
Man.
I was thinking as a child, you know. So the whole prodigal son situation, he came back and his dad had open arms. You know, put on the finest robes on him, put rings on his fingers, threw a feast for him or whatnot.
Man.
You know. Like on the song, just keep repeating, like, am I your baby still? Like,
Man.
even though I still messed up, like, still smoking dope, this and that and the third, like, am I still your baby? Like,
Man. That's
you
deep.
be there for me, yo.
That's deep. And like, you know, going on to that, I also believe, you know, when you're a kid, and that's why I like to, you know, kind of stay inspired. Try to find that inspiration how I was inspired when I was a kid. Because when I was a kid, I looked in the world, and the world was just, it was, my eyes were wide as a shit, man. My imagination was going, I appreciated things a lot more, you know, it's just, things were just new, you know, so it wasn't like, oh, you know, when I got older, then stuff started getting, you know, corruption, and I started seeing a lot of things that were going on, you feel what I'm saying? So when I go back onto, you know, that childish kind of like faith and like inspiration and just like,
you know, I'm gonna make it. Like,
yeah,
that's why
you
I
know,
think like I gotta make it, like, no matter what.
And just like the freshness of the world, like, you know, the trees, seeing a leaf fall, you know, it's just like, it was like, whoa, you know, like that was kind of beautiful. You know, little stuff like that when you're a kid, it's like, whoa, you know, it's so just to relate on what you said, as far as the child like mind. That's deep. You know?
Yeah.
And what about your other track?
The tracks, the same as always. Before I start writing the track, I go into scripture.
Man,
Make sure I know what I'm talking about.
I mean,
I gotta execute. Like I was saying in the beginning, like I gotta set the foundation. Cause a lot of kids they don't know, and they ain't gonna listen to their parents like, oh, come to church, do this and that, come to church, or get plugged into the church. They ain't gonna listen to that right off the back. So
I mean,
you gotta have somebody to relate to you. Paul, he talked about, to the Jews you become a Jew. A Gentile you become a Gentile. Roman you become a Roman.
Man,
Excuse my French a little bit. To like my niggas, though, I'm gonna become, a street nigga. I'm be there with them.
I mean, and that's how you relate and grab people's attention is by relating off of emotions and like things they went through. So
I usually use that the emotional part and turn it into a logical standpoint.
Man,
Cause a lot of decisions based off of emotions, don't end well. You're not supposed to always make decisions based off of anger or whatnot, or when you're really happy. Because sometimes you say stuff you don't really mean, and now you either in debt to somebody or you gotta do something for somebody.
Yeah, that's
you don't really want to. So, I just put, like I said, I go into scripture, before I start writing. And I make sure I know what I'm talking about. I listen to a couple sermons, make sure I know what I'm talking about. And put it out there as a logical standpoint. Like it'll get them fired up emotionally, but it's like a schematic basically for them, to follow. Like what you gotta do.
Here's like breadcrumbs and stuff to go off of. Here's some game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fire. That's fire.
And like other songs, like the one you tagged me in, the thank you letter.
Yeah.
Like it's just like all my. I think of it this way. Like all my music, basically I write it as a prayer to God.
Man.
Like I'm talking one-on-one to God, but it's kind of like I'm talking in third person.
Man.
Talking to God, talking to you. The person that's listening. I just write it as a prayer basically. So, cause it be sometimes like God will be telling me like, just bump your song, bump this song, bump that song. Like I want to talk to you.
Man.
Like and you can use my own stuff. Like I was saying earlier. Like I ain't write this stuff. Like, I suck at rapping.
Man.
I was gonna sell my soul to the devil. 20. I wrote it in the rap. I said it was 014 and I was 15. On the 16th, I prayed for a 16 and something sparked. Oh my Jesus, I was on my knees and I was praying in something I had no belief in. I was wheezing, knees weak and crying because I was out of orbit for 28 seasons. 28 seasons is 7 years, 4 seasons in a year. And I was atheist for 7 years,
Man.
And I remember on my 16, 114, I was turning 16 on the 16th, my birthday, December 16th.
Man.
So, basically I was just crying out to God. My pops, he woke up, he just walked right past me, he was going to work. None of my sisters, none of my brothers said happy birthday, this and that. One of my favorite rappers I was mentioning earlier, right here, Joey Badass, like I was just looking at him like, he's 17 and he getting down, like he in the rap game like he's 17 and I was gonna be 17 the next year, so I was cussing that guy like, but it was an intimate prayer with him because it was real. I really wanted this rap so bad, like I suck. I used his scriptures for him. To him, I was like, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. I will never deny you in front of my friends and family.
Man.
If you just give me these rap gifts, if you could just, because I really wanted to freestyle, because that's how Joey got famous.
Man.
For freestyles and stuff. And, I really just wanted to freestyle. I could write a little bit, but 3 days later, with my homie Caleb, shout out to Caleb.
Shout out Caleb.
I think we went to his grandma's house. And then we were just rapping. He put on the beat. I think it was the OG Maco, the B-word beat.
Okay.
You crazy, that song. And I started freestyling on it.
Man.
At one point in time, I idolized Eminem, so I was like thinking to myself, man, I'm rapping like Eminem now. Like God is real. Like I told you, I ain't talked to God in like 7 years.
Man.
And then he gave me what I was asking for. But after that, I started doing my own thing, adolescence. I was around 16 at that time. And just jumping place to place. I left Minnesota, and I came out here, was going place to place, and then that's when the outreach found me. Shout out to Victory Outreach International. Shout out to Victory Outreach East Las Vegas. That's my home.
That's dope.
And they outreached to me. Brother Isaiah and brother named Eric. They came reached out to me. I had a blunt in my hand. Walking down with my cousins, go play some basketball. They just stopped by. They hopped out like that. They was about to get down with us, They just, hey, we from the church, Started handing out flyers. I was sitting back, I was just smoking. They was talking to my cousins for real.
Wow.
And then the little homie Eric, he just came by and he gave me the flyer and he's like, "Oh, we do rap content." I was like, "Yeah, like I rap. Like God gave me these gifts. Like I got a little bit better, you know, after a year, so I got a little bit better." So you know, I was just going throughout the months coming up, you know, and basically Eric, he called me on. I just smoked my last sack. You know, I was sitting there, I was depressed, but I was alone, you know. I had no female to talk to, this and that and the third. And he hit me, he was like, "Hey, you want to come to the game night?" I was like, "That's a rap thing?" He was like, "Yeah." They wasn't doing rap at the time, you know. He kind of used that to, you know, pull me in and stuff. They wasn't doing the rap no more, but thank God he did that, you know. We call it Holy Ghost setups, you know. So he set me up, you know, and brought me to the church, and I've been with the church since.
That's fire.
You know.
That's fire. And so where do you see yourself like 5-10 years from now? You know, what kind of impact are you trying to leave on people?
Man, I'm trying to be preaching in a couple years.
Man,
I do this rap thing, but you know, God, he told me this ain't for me.
Man,
you know, these gifts are not for me alone. You know,
man,
I want to use it like starting a company with us or whatnot. You know, I want to use it to be able to get to a platform. You know, like a kind of all eyes on me situation. You know, giving the real. I still give it real, give it scriptures and the thing, but you know, I can preach too. I got some fire in me to preach too, and I really want to, you know, preach to some people in a couple of years. You know? But I feel, you know, we living in the last days.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like we really gonna be in the last days. Like that's how I really feel. You know, you gotta be prepared as possible. And nobody perfect. We're not perfect. You know, everybody falls short every day. Every single day we fall short of the glory of God.
Yeah.
You know, we sin every single day.
Yeah.
You know, I am chief of sin.
Yeah, me too.
That's real stuff, you know. That's intimate. That's intimacy when you're being real about it. God really answer your prayers when you're intimate with Him. You know, the Bible said, "Believe it as though you already received it." You know, that's intimacy right there. It's being close. Like, you really want to. That's the same thing with this music. I just really want to get this message out. You know, to as much people as possible, little time as possible. You know, it's on His timing right now.
So do you have any new projects coming out?
Up it up. Well, probably up it up.
You said what?
Up it up.
Up it up?
That's what it's called, yeah.
Up it up. And when is that coming out?
Man, probably next week.
Next week? Okay.
What's today? It's the 12th, ain't it? Yep, March 12th. So I say March 20th if I drop it. That's a Saturday.
Man.
March 20th, I'm gonna drop Up It Up.
Okay.
Fire, bro.
I know you don't want to give too much away, but what is the song about?
It's about upping it up on demons. Like,
man.
I call my Bible like my rifle, you know what I'm saying? So I up it up on the demons.
Man.
I go off, get some demons.
Man.
For the Bible.
Man. And are you thinking of like visuals? Any visuals coming out soon?
I did. Sad to say, but the dude I was recording my music video with, I told you about it, he went to Miami and stuff. You know, he took all his stuff with him, so I got like just the beginning snippet of the music video I started on, so.
Okay.
You know, that's why I invest in my own camera, you know, for a person like you to know shit the rest of it.
Exactly.
And chop it up and stuff.
Who are some of your biggest inspirations? I don't think I got that.
Yeah, I'd say Eminem would be up there. You know, they all worldly rappers. You know, I ain't gonna lie about it. But Lecrae, one of the main ones too. Now my
I heard Lecrae,
gospel walk, you know, just walk with Christ or whatnot. You know, Lecrae, he on there. Just all things work together. That album, but, you know, Future would be a big inspiration for me.
Man.
Really, a couple songs from his DS2 album, you know, taught me how to flow a little bit.
Man.
You know, TDE. I'm saying TOD. It's my little label I'm trying to come out with.
Man.
Yeah, TDE, you know, Kendrick Lamar, Schoolboy Q, Isaiah Rashad.
Man. And let's get into your label, man. Let's get into like, you know, future investments and what kind of industry and enterprise you're trying to build personally.
Yeah, so TOD is Treasures Out of Darkness Entertainment, you know. One of my church's promise scriptures, you know, Isaiah 54:2-3. You know, we going out, forgive me if I'm wrong, it might be 45:2-3, but you know, we go into the inner cities, you know, we break down the bars of iron, you know, we cut the bars asunder, we go into the pulling treasures out of darkness, basically, you know, those who are in darkness, you know, we bring the light to them.
Man.
You know, pulling out the darkness. So TLD, you know, just treasures out of darkness. Entertainment. I don't want it just to be music.
Man.
You know, like I said, I'm in doing videos. You know, if you can dance, come on with it, like you were saying, you know, earlier. You know, just giving the kids a platform to be able to do something with. You
a
know,
multi-purpose platform
exactly,
for kids.
Exactly. You can act well. You know, whatever you come in with, let's do it.
Man,
you want to do ice skating or what you want to do, like,
man,
be on that. So,
are you thinking of creating like a clothing brand?
yeah, one of my clothing brand coming in with Thy Neighbor.
Thy neighbor?
Thy
neighbor.
Thy
Neighbor. Okay. That's
I
dope.
love Thy Neighbor.
Love thy neighbor. Okay, so thy neighbor. That's hard. That's
Yeah.
hard. I haven't heard that actually.
Yeah.
So that's new.
Yeah,
That's dope, man. That's dope. I feel like you have a really good head on your shoulders, G.
Yeah,
You
man,
feel what I'm
trying
saying?
to, man.
You know, just keep, being persistent and, with your faith and everything that you do. You feel what I'm saying? That nothing gonna stop you. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, for me, especially with the mind that you have. So, I love that you give words to the generation and trying to give words to them, and lead them in a better way as well. So, you feel what I'm saying? I feel like that's gonna leave an impact as well with what you do, and
vice versa, same with you. Like influence, like I'm learning now. Like I was talking about earlier, not having it all for me, because no matter who you are, you got a little bit of influence. No matter who you are, you got influence on somebody.
Yeah.
You know, and they watching you. Somebody might look up to you, never spoke to you in your life.
Man.
They might look up to you, so you gotta watch how you move, and what you're doing. And my main thing is just motivate.
That's real.
Get people like, do it. Like I said, you want to do ice skating, let's do it. You want to do skate park videos, whatever you want to do, let's do it.
It's limitless, y'all. You feel what I'm saying? Push past the limits of yourself and your own passions. You feel me? It's really, it's on you. As far as you can hold yourself back if you're not consistent enough, and if you don't, really truly believe in yourself. So find that love for yourself too. Don't let nobody discourage you in what you're doing. Because you don't know, nobody knows what is set up for another person.
Exactly.
As far as their individual path.
Yeah. And I'm thinking that too. Like this, just me getting up there. It may be I may be 5 years into my career. It may be just so God can influence, the person He really want to get there and that really put in some work. More than I ever did.
Man, impacting the younger.
Exactly. Yeah. And then He come up, not take my place, but
he's becoming successful. Off of the breadcrumbs that you left as well.
Nah, he gonna have his own stake. I'm talking to him, I'm prophesizing right now. It's gonna be somebody, gonna get influenced by this.
Man.
I'm prophesizing right now as we speak. It's gonna be somebody.
Man.
It's gonna come up bigger than me,
That's real.
Jesus talked about it. Somebody, like, I feel like I be Jonah sometimes. Like I gotta go warn the Ninevites,
Man.
about God's wrath or whatnot that's coming. His judgment that's coming. So, or somebody greater than Jonah. Jesus said it, and He was talking about Himself, but He coming back again. So, and He come back as a lion this time, not a lamb, not a sacrificial lamb. He come back as a lion. He coming to devour. Right?
Man.
He coming to do some things. He putting in some work when He come back. For sure.
Man. That's real, man. So, I want to go over some projects. I want to go over some of the songs for them again. Can you name a few of the songs that you wanted to check out, and then the song you have coming out?
Yeah. Prodigal Son, the Prodigal Son.
Prodigal Son.
Name 2K 333 and a Z, but it's pronounced too easy.
Man.
Just me too against everything. Everything easy to me. With God, that's why it's 333. But
Man.
Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Man.
With them I could go through anything easily.
Man.
But just heading on up. It's one of everybody's favorites. It's an old one.
Man.
But I need healing. The Prodigal Son, I need healing. And what do I say? Thank you letter for Charlie.
Man.
I'm just dropping them. Up it up. I can't wait till I drop that one. I think fire, bro. Up it up, bro.
I can't wait to hear that too. Yeah. Okay. Telling you, bro, Movements always gets exclusives, man. Y'all can't hear it this time, but you feel what I'm saying? When it comes out, I need y'all to go peep my boy, man. He's a dope MC, you feel what I'm saying? Even doper person, his personality and everything, you feel what I'm saying? So, y'all peep what he's doing, you feel me? Y'all peep his movement, and y'all follow his journey.
That's right.
Y'all seen it, man. It's all Moon Raw.
It's too easy, man.
It's be heard, be seen.
Let's do it.
Till next time.
All right.
Appreciate you, family.
It's already, man.
Yeah.